What's up, everybody in YouTube, hip hop heads? Welcome to another episode of my hip hop review. Before I start, I want to say rest in peace to Nelson Mandela. You guys should know who he is. He's an activist, president of South Africa, in jail for in jail because of the freaking system. You know what I'm saying? And he died last week Thursday, so I just want to say rest in peace, Nelson. Your legacy lives on. The album I'm doing today is the Pharcyde Bizarre Ride to the Pharcyde, released in 1992. There's the album art right there, in case you guys can see it. Pretty dope cover right there. Alright, this was released in 1992 on Delicious Vinyl Records. Singles I was known for is Passing Me By, which was like I think the biggest single off of that album. What else? For Better or For Worse, On the DL, and Other Fish. For those of you who don't know who the Pharcyde are, they are a West Coast alternative hip hop group. Like, yeah, I said a West Coast alternative hip hop group. Like, the members of the group are Slim Kid, Booty Brown, Fat Lip, Imani, and the producer Jay Swift. How they started out, like Slim Kid, Imani, and Booty, they started out as like dancers and stuff like that. And I guess they met up with Fat Lip, and so they got together. Then they met like Jay Swift like later on, and he was a producer around that time. I believe, yeah, he was a producer around that time. Then fast forward to 1991, they recorded the demo, which had like a few songs off this album, and what is it? They appeared on Brand New Heavy's album, The Heavy Rhyme Experience Volume 1, which had the song they appeared on was called Soulflower, but they remixed for this album. I'm gonna get into that in a minute. And they signed Delicious Vinyl too, and that's how this album came out. The best way to describe this album came out like in the West Coast, and like around that time this album came out was like gangster rap was actually reaching that popularity, stuff like that. So they kind of had like an psychedelic, like more jazzier, alternative kind of vibe going on to them. That's what a lot of people remember them for. And let's begin. The first song on the album is the For Better or For Worse interlude. That's just an interlude to the single there. The next song on the album is called Oh Shit. Pretty dope song right there. Like it was like that's another thing about the Pharcyde I forgot to mention. Like they always had those like really funny lyrics to them, like that can match their flow a lot. And like who's in the song? It's a really funny song. A little trivia about that song though. When Fat Lip did his verse, a lot of people actually thought he was gay because like in the song he was messing with like a transvestite and stuff like that. Like you have to hear the song for yourself to get the idea. I'm gonna post the interview on the comments too. Next track on the album is a skit called It's a Jigaboo Thing. Pretty dope skit. The term Jigaboo, that was the original name of the group. That was supposed to be like the original name of the group though. The next song on the album is For Better or For Worse. I like this song. It's basically like, I think Slim Kid said that was supposed to be like a metaphor how they were really married into the industry and stuff like that. Like everyone, I like the wordplay in the song, but the it starts out like as a normal song, like typical Pharcyde song. But when like when Fat Lips gets on the verse, like, oh my, like, he's like on the phone and stuff, and he's like prank calling this girl, and he's like saying all this like weird stuff like, I'm gonna put my fist up your pussy. Like you have to hear the whole verse to get the idea, but it just like turns into like like a hardcore kind of song, and it's pretty dope. Like the video is dope too. Like next song, I'm That Type of Nigga, pretty dope song on that song. That's featuring Buck Rascals. Wait, yeah. Hold on. I think I got the name wrong. That's why I'm checking it. Buckwheat from the Rascals. Yeah. So it's a really dope song. They all did a thing on that song. It's basically like a braggadocio kind of fun song going on and stuff. Next one is a skit called If I Was President. Self-explanatory. It said if I was president, like stuff like that. Next track is the Soulflower remix. Now this is one of those classics. This is a classic song right here, cause like it just has that jumpy ass beat to it and stuff like that. Like that. Like I love that the Jetsons sample they use for that song. Like that. You guys should know what I'm talking about. All my people watch Jetsons though. Like I just love the flow to that song. It's like something like psychedelic, but at the same time it's like also it's like a party, kind of like a party house kind of vibe, but at the same time it's not really corny though. The next track is On the DL. Pretty good song. Like just on the download, you guys know, self-explanatory what that song is and stuff like that. Next song. This is a really interesting song I'm about to do. It's called Officer. This song is, I think it's the Fat Lip solo cut. This song right here is just basically talking about police brutality, but they have their own funny twist to it though. Like funny kind of like twist to it. Cause like you can tell they were influenced by Public Enemy and stuff like that. And I kind of thought it was a really dope song though, cause you gotta understand around that time when police brutality, you gotta understand that Rodney King and stuff like that was on the rise. So they're just gonna say, hey, like, excuse me. They're just gonna say, oh, yeah, they're gonna make kind of like a joke out of it, but not like offensive kind of jokes. Kind of like they're gonna make you laugh, but it's still gonna make you think at the same time. Next song on the album is Your Mama. That's a really dope song. It's kind of like paying homage to like the Dirty Dozens kind of game show format and stuff like that. Next song is obviously the biggest song, Passing Me By. This song right here, classic song by the way, really dope song. It's just basically about you trying to get a person trying to get a girl's attention, or all of a sudden she doesn't really notice him, like keeps on passing me by and stuff like that. Yeah. Then they followed it up with Other Fish. This song Other Fish is really my favorite song on the album though. I say that because like it's really like relatable. This is Slim Kid solo is on. This is a Slim Kid solo. It just basically shows how one-sided love though. Like you want to get with somebody at the same time, man. They don't give you the time of the day, or they don't give you time of the day. But he's gonna say, oh, don't worry about it, because you know there's other fish in the sea. I kind of prefer the LA Jive remix of the song. I don't know, this is a really dope remix because it kind of fit like Slim Kid's flow a little bit. Oh, by the way though, I forgot to mention, I have a SoundCloud in case you guys want to follow me. And I did a cover of the song. I basically paid homage to the song, by the way. So if you guys want to check it out, just inbox me or something like that, or I'll post down a link to my profile. Next song on the album is a skit called Quentin's on the Way. Pretty dope song. Then all of a sudden the next one is called Pack the Pipe, which is basically like a dope song, basically like a homage to like smoking weed and stuff like that. So like it just has that really like lazy kind of flow going on. I kind of feel like Fat Lip and Slim Kid kind of stole the show on that song. Like I really like Fat Lip's flow. I really like that nigga. And the last song on the album is Return of the B-Boy. Pretty dope song, solid song. Basically has an old school vibe going on. And that's it. So basically, scale of 1 to 10, I give this a 9.5 though. It's a really good album. It's a classic album, by the way, and a lot of fans like hip hop artists are really influenced by this album. I believe Kanye West even saying this was actually one of his favorite albums. I could be wrong about that, but other than that, it's a really like dope album. 3 years after like Bizarre, they came out with I think the second album, Labin California, which a lot of people said that's the best album. I don't know, both of them are dope albums. Like I kind of Labin California is a good album. Like I love the whole. It kind of went like more serious with their lyricism, the concepts and stuff like that. But at the same time, Bizarre, I don't know. I think Bizarre kind of had like a more, in my opinion, more better production. And I don't know. It's like a toss up between the two and stuff like that. But other than that, I think this album is kind of really groundbreaking at the same time, because it proved that if you're like from like a specific coast, you don't always have to like follow like the guidelines in that coast, like the West Coast. You don't always have to portray yourself as a gangster rapper at the same time though. And that's it. I might do another review probably tomorrow. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.